In today's video, I'm going to share with you 5 ways to eat healthier and ways to create habits that actually work. Hi there, if you're new here, welcome. My name is Jessica, and here on my channel, we focus on all things mom life. However, everything here in my space does have a bit of a healthy twist, as I'm a holistic nutritionist and a nutritional practitioner. So I share a lot of tips and habits and videos like this on my channel, but today I really sat down and thought about 5 ways that you can incorporate some healthy habits into your routine that will greatly impact your overall nutritional intake. So I'm excited to go over this list with you today, and hopefully you'll be able to start implementing these changes and see a huge shift in your overall energy levels, your deep restful sleep, your cravings, and your fatigue throughout the day. My first tip is to start your day off hydrated. If you've watched my channel or if you follow me on Instagram, then you know I'm a huge fan of starting my day with a lemon ginger tonic. But you can even make it more simple than this. You can start your day off with warm water, with lemon, room temperature water, whatever works best for you and your lifestyle. But starting your day off hydrated is imperative to the way that you're going to nourish yourself for the remainder of the day. When we are hydrated and we are adequately hydrated, we have less cravings throughout the day. We also are able to kind of flush out all of the toxins and junk that our body has been working really hard to get out while we sleep. When we start our day off hydrated, we remove all of that bile, all of those mineral buildups, and everything that our body has worked really hard to detox throughout the night. Then, of course, it helps combat hunger cravings. And not just the hunger cravings that, of course, you should be having for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, but potentially some of those hunger cravings that come around dehydration. So the reason I love the lemon ginger tonic first thing in the morning is it's a great way to flush out your liver. We know that our liver is responsible for most of our hormones and within the endocrine system in keeping things moving along really beautifully. And hormonally, we know oftentimes throughout the month when our hormones shift and change, we have different cravings. So if we've done a really good job at keeping our liver clean, which of course the liver is the master detoxifier, but when we also help our liver stay really clean and optimally functioning, it helps our cravings throughout the day. So that is my number 1 tip, is to start your day hydrated. If you would also like to join the lemon ginger tonic tribe, I will absolutely leave that recipe for you in the description box down below. The next thing that we can do to ensure that we eat healthier is to blend up our nutrients. Nobody is surprised to hear me say this. I always say that smoothies are truly my insurance policy. I love to take as many nutrients as I possibly can, throw them in a blender, blend it all together to come up with a beautiful, nourishing drink and beverage to start my day off clear, strong, and of course, packed with nutrition. When you take your nutrients and you throw them into a blender, 1, you're able to cram in a ton of nutrients in a portable and easy to consume container that you can have with you. Whether you're getting ready, you're getting your kids ready, or you're driving on your way to work, you have your smoothie with you. 2, this provides us the opportunity to get a biodiverse amount of nutrition into our diet. That diversity is really important for our gut, and we know that our gut impacts our mood tremendously. And when we're having mood swings and we're feeling up and down on that emotional roller coaster, we're more likely to grab for snacks and things that potentially don't serve us because they do come with that bit of comfort. However, when we've been able to feed our gut and have emotional stability, it helps us throughout the day with our cravings. And if not for nothing, if you do make these smoothies, you will most likely get in 50, sometimes 60% of your nutritional recommendation of fruits and vegetables. That means by 9:30 or 10 o'clock in the morning, you've reached half, or you've surpassed half of your goal of intake of nutrients from fruits and vegetables. I'm not sure about you, but I'm a busy girl. So if there's anything I can do to really grab these hacks and use them in my favor to make things a little bit easier, I will absolutely sign up for that. So of course, packing your blender full of nutrition has to be my second tip when it comes to ways to eat healthier. When I was talking about smoothies and the effect that our gut has on our mental health, that is something that we've continued to see more and more research support. That what we eat truly impacts, of course, the way that we feel, but also the way that we think. And I always say, and I mentioned this in last week's video, I will link that for you up here in the cards, that when you have better inputs, you have better outputs. And I talk a lot about wellness and the health of our body here on my channel. I also talk about mental health and the importance of practicing good hygiene around our mental health. And that's why I'm so excited to share with you that I am collaborating and partnering with BetterHelp on today's video. BetterHelp is the world's largest therapy service, and they do it in a convenient and comfortable way. They bring the services to you in your home in a comfortable and trusted environment. That is one reason why I was thrilled to collaborate with BetterHelp on today's video. I'm a busy mom. I've got a lot going on. I have my own business. I'm a content creator, and getting to a lot of different appointments can be really troublesome. We know that as moms, we're running around to so many different scheduled events for our kids that oftentimes our appointments are left to the wayside because we don't have time in our schedule. And that's where BetterHelp comes into play. BetterHelp is a service that you're able to get right on your phone, where you can confidently connect with a licensed and trusted therapist anywhere you are in the world. Through BetterHelp services, you will actually get matched with a professional that you can trust and that will meet your needs. So whether you're dealing with anxiety, depression, feelings of overwhelm, or overall just organization of dealing with the thoughts in your head and needing somebody to talk these things through with, BetterHelp will be able to match you with somebody who checks all of those boxes. So having access 24/7 to these licensed professionals is obviously a huge selling point. But to me, one of the greatest things that BetterHelp offers is that you can connect with these professionals through messaging, chat, phone, or video. Through the BetterHelp platform, you're able to message your therapist at any time. And then, of course, you can schedule that more one-on-one communication if you do want to talk to them live on a video chat or a phone call. Mentally, when I'm in a good place, I'm able to be in the kitchen and enjoy the process. I'm able to prepare more nutrient-dense foods because I'm not distracted potentially with the overwhelming feeling of stress in my life, or potentially those thoughts that I just can't get out of my head. That's why connecting with a licensed therapist can be such a critical part of our wellness journey. So if you're interested in trying BetterHelp, I will have a link for you in the description box down below, as well as in the pinned comment. So now that we're hydrated, we've blended up our nutrients, and we've checked in with ourselves and our mental health, the third thing that we can do to eat healthier is to have greens with at least 2 meals per day. I've said this in many other videos, but the easiest way to have yourself on the path and trajectory to feeling healthful and full of nutrition is to consume more greens. Obviously, they are full of a ton of vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants, but they are also packed with fiber. And this plant fiber is really critical in helping us feel satiated and full. And the more plant fiber that we consume, it really helps stabilize our blood sugar levels and our insulin. So we won't be on that insulin roller coaster all day long when we consume more plant fiber. So you've definitely already had those greens in your first meal of the day through your smoothie. So now maybe just grab a Nourish bowl or some of my other favorite recipes that I have here on my channel. I will link some of those for you in the cards up here. So whether it's a Nourish bowl or it's a warming bowl or a delicious cold salad, you could have it at lunch, or you could choose to have these at dinner with some roasted broccoli, some asparagus, artichokes, or a delicious warm salad. Those are some of my favorite ways to get in greens. But I will tell you, of course, the hack and the shortcut is to make that smoothie, because it's one of the easiest way to get the greens in first thing in the morning. Then in your other 2 meals, you only really have to worry about it with 1 meal. And I think that as you get into the rhythm and the routine, you'll find yourself on most days consuming greens with every meal. Definitely 2, but on most days, probably even 3. So just make this a habit. Greens with 2 meals per day is something you don't have to think about because it's part of your routine and who you are. Now, my 4th tip to eat healthy is to prepare most of your meals at home. I know it can seem extremely overwhelming to cook all of the time, but I talk about this a ton here on YouTube and over on Instagram. When you double your recipes, oftentimes I'm really only cooking 2 large dinners per week because I cook enough to have it for 2 to 3 nights, and then we do most likely go out one night or order in another night. But when you double your recipes and you make these really hearty, nutrient-dense foods, it doesn't feel like you're a short order chef because you don't really have to think about it because you've made these recipes in bulk. Additionally, then you know what goes into your food. You know what oils, herbs, and spices are being used in your food. And that's really critical and important. We could be going out to these restaurants and getting the broccoli, and potentially it's cooked in canola oils or other really disruptive oils that we don't want to be consuming. So when we make our own food at home, one, obviously it's a huge cost savings. And two, we get into the rhythm of really appreciating the nutrition that we put on our plate, and we know exactly what's going into it. So even if you want to make your own version of a pad thai or a quick shrimp fried rice, I do have that recipe on Living Well. I will link the membership site for you guys down below, but that one's like a really great takeout inspired recipe. And then you're having these foods that do feel a bit more indulgent. They're still full of nutrition and goodness that you personally put into them. My last and fifth tip on ways to eat healthy is to end your day with a beautiful herbal tea. I talk about this so much here and over on Instagram, but teas are honestly, they just bring so much joy into my life, and they bring so much joy into each and every one of yours as well. And it makes me so happy when I see you guys drinking your Tulsi tea, your lemon balm tea, your peppermint tea. It's truly an experience. I love to take a shower, wash my hair, get all clean, do some dry brushing, put on a beautiful oil, then I cozy up in my fresh white robe. I come down and I make a delicious cup of herbal tea in my glass mug. And for me, it's indulgent. It feels luxurious. It feels like a moment for myself. It feels like an investment in myself. It's truly what it does feel like. And I know that it does for all of you that have also practiced this as well. But that way, at the end of the day, we know like this is the mark that we stop eating. If you would like to, you can enjoy maybe 2 or 3 dates with that tea. That's something that I will do if I'm having like a bit of a sweet craving. I'll have 2 or 3 dates with my herbal tea, and it's just enough. I don't need anything more. I don't need to go sit on the couch and eat chocolate or popcorn or chips while watching Netflix, because it's just not part of my experience. It's just not part of my day-to-day routine. For me, I'd rather nourish myself with all of these beautiful elements in this herbal tea, and then I know I'm doing something really great for my body. And then I know I'm ending the night on a high note. Oftentimes we can, get in front of a show, which of course there has to be room to live in this world. Maybe you're having popcorn with your kids and watching a movie, but most nights, 99% of the nights, I'm ending my night with an herbal tea. And this is just really a beautiful experience for me and for my body, to show that I'm appreciative of my body and that I appreciate all of the hard work it's done all day. And I want to treat it to just a tiny bit more nutrition before we go to bed and end our day. I want to thank each and every one of you so much for watching, and then I do want to thank BetterHelp for collaborating with me on today's video. If you enjoyed today's video and you found these tips useful, let me know in the comment section down below. And then if you did like this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. And now the subscribe button is right over here on the screen. Give that a click. That way you don't miss a single video. And I hope to see you back here next Thursday.